violas. Today we're learning how to play a 1-octave D major scale on the viola. And you've probably already been working on the D major scale for a while, so the basic version of the D major scale, of course, is starting on the D string and using the 2-3 finger pattern. So that means there's a half step between 2 and 3, and that sounds like this. So you've got D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, and D. And it's important that you're really working carefully on tuning those notes, maybe starting with the 3rd finger note on the A string, D, making sure that that is in tune with the open D. That's always a good strategy. Now, there is one other octave of the D major scale also in 1st position, which I would like you to learn as well. And as we go through the D major scale, I really encourage you to go back and forth between the 2 different octaves. And if you feel pretty confident with the higher octave starting on the open D string, you might want to actually spend more time on the lower octaves. Now, the lower octave uses the 3-4 finger pattern, meaning there's a half step between 3 and 4. And on the viola, we call that high 3rd finger. So we start with 1st finger on the C string. That is normal position 1st finger. 2nd finger is also normal high position. Now you're going to stretch the 3rd finger a whole step, not a half step. So you're more used to playing a half step here, and now you're going to play a whole step. So it's a stretch. And then your 4th finger, if you use it, which you do not have to, would be a half step above the 3rd finger. So again, that's... And that might be a new finger pattern for you. It looks like this on the C string, and then you're also going to use that same finger pattern on the G string. And the high 3rd finger note on the C string is F sharp. That is the most challenging note to get in tune on the viola in 1st position. You really need to make sure that you're bringing your swinging your elbow under and then really stretching that 3rd finger to reach it. That's one of those notes that's is pretty challenging because it's quite a stretch with the 3rd finger, especially on the viola. So really work carefully to get that note in tune. So again, we're going to play 1st finger, 2nd, high 3. I'm going to go ahead and do open for the G. 1st finger, 2nd, again a whole step, and then high 3. And then you could do open if you're going to go up the next octave, but I would say if you're just working on 1 octave, just use 4th finger for the D. Making sure that it is in tune with the open D. So there's your fingering for the D major, and that high 3rd finger is one that we really need to be working on. Now we'll play it with a beat, and we're going to start with the higher octave. Let's go ahead and do 2 beats per note. 2, 3, 4. Once you have that under control, let's go ahead and do the lower octave, again 2 beats. Alright, nicely done. As soon as you have that under control, go ahead and practice it with the scale videos.